Soul Gardeners, and welcome back to another episode of Meditation Vibration. I'm Julie Zipper, and I'm your Mindful Cruise Director, and I'm here to guide you through the energies of Scorpio in a mindful way. All right, so last week we talked about boundaries. We talked about setting clear and present boundaries for yourself. And this week, I want you guys to burst through your own personal boundaries and push those boundaries and go bigger, go brighter than you ever imagined for yourself. And I'm going to give you that invitation for the next 7 days. And if that's too much for you, just do it for the next 7 minutes. Just do it for the next 7 hours and see where it gets you, okay? So what am I talking about? Okay, well, let's say that I have a thought in my head that I would like to have a house one day. I would like to have a house. I live in LA, so it's, a lot of money to buy a house here. You can already see, gosh, that's so great, you guys. Just there, you can rewind if you want to. You can see my limiting pattern, right? Already I'm setting myself up for a personal law that is taking effect in my own life. I just said, oh yeah, I live in LA, it's a lot of money. Okay, that's a false belief. The truth is that I live in an abundant universe, and that abundant universe is right here, right now as me, irregardless of whether I live in LA or New York or, Paris, France. That abundant field is right here, right now. So let's take this great little, me as a client right now, and let's push this boundary. Let's say that I have this vision that I wouldn't be able to buy a house for another 5 years. Well, what does it look like if I'm able to buy that house in 2 years? Yeah? How can I start visioning for that? Now, the first thought that came to my head was 2 years, oh my God, what am I gonna have to do? I'm really gonna have to start saving and I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Great. Whatever ego chatter wants to happen, super. Write it down, call it out, bust it. Say, aha, I see you. Write it down on a piece of paper and start to list all these negative thoughts that are coming up around your higher vision for yourself, around your boundary pushing for yourself, okay? So I'm gonna get all of those out on a piece of paper so that they're out of my system, and later on I can burn it, I can rip it up into pieces and throw it in the trash, I can flush it down the toilet, whatever feels right for you, do it. So I'm just gonna feel into this bigger vision for my life, and I'm just gonna let it have its effect. Now, maybe a house is something that I can't wrap my head around. What if that happens to you? Okay, let's start thinking of how can I just push the boundaries with what I'm willing to accept for myself in way of my good. Okay, today I am going to accept compliments for myself. And maybe in the past my boundary was I would say, thank you, and I would give a compliment back. You look hot too, or you look good in those jeans too. So today I'm gonna push that boundary and I'm not gonna say anything but thank you. Or maybe I'm gonna push it a little bit more. Thank you. I feel really good today. So I guess I look good today too. Or maybe I'm gonna push it even more. Thanks, I was feeling really hot this morning. Go with whatever feels right for you, but push those boundaries today. Have you been gunning for a $1 raise or a $2 raise in your paycheck? Push it. What does it feel like to go $2.50 or $3? Have you been training for a half marathon? What does it feel like to push it and plan a marathon 6 months from now and see if you can work your way up to that? What happens if you had this image of your beloved? Push that vision, see that beloved as being so much more than you could ever dream of. Push the boundaries, my friends, and see where it takes you. Okay, so for today's meditation, we're gonna do a dreaming big meditation, okay? Where we're gonna get to explore some of those boundary pushing visions. So center yourself. Take a few deep cleansing breaths, breathing in from your heart center and breathing that energy down into Mother Earth. And the first invitation is to imagine 3 impossible things being absolutely possible for our world. You can imagine healing our oceans, feeding all the starving children, world peace, whatever speaks to you. 3 seemingly impossible things, and you're going to see it, feel it, and know it as absolutely possible and done. It's done in your mind. And then once you've envisioned these 3 things for the world, you get to do the same for yourself. And I guarantee you, If you've really spent the time and dreamed big for our world, it's gonna be easy peasy to take that same vibration into your own life. And that vibration is gonna do a lot of the work for you. Oh, I just healed all of our oceans. Therefore, I can accept $10,000 more a year. You see my point? Okay. So just be in that, and it's three things for yourself, my friends. Dream big, dream bigger. All right, so I will see you next week for our last chapter in Scorpio. I love you all dearly, and please leave any comments or questions here right below, and I hope to see you next week. Live, love, be.
So garden down.